All right. This is good. A couple of cool guys here.
Yeah.
Their glasses. Cool
Cool.
dudes, man.
It's sunny out here.
All right, let's start the show here. Hey guys, welcome to the first ever Master Debaters Alaska episode. And we're out here in Palmer, Alaska, and I thought, let's kick it off with an outside show because we love to master debate, and we love to master debate outside, out of all places. And we got a small little live audience, and why not? Why not master debate in front of some people too? Today we'll be discussing, we'll be debating the issue of whether or not streamers are ruining the game experience for players. Yeah. With me is Master Debater Justin, and I am Dima, and we've Master Debated together for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Here and there. We're an unstoppable force when we get together, and so today it's we're master debating against each other. So the way we do this, the way we're going to do this, we're going to flip a coin, and the coin is going to decide who's going to master debate who, or what, I should say. First, let's do a buzzer check. He's got a buzzer. Go ahead.
Hope you can hear that.
I don't know if people heard that one.
I'll angle it.
That's pretty good. Mine is. Okay.
Subtler.
And so at any point I want to say, I want to interject, I'll hit my buzzer, and I'll be able to kind of put a little stopper on it, as he's going. So maybe I'll remember what to say, maybe I won't. I don't know. And same for you. And if I don't press it, then whatever. Okay, so let's do this thing. So I don't know. Do you want to call it, or do you want to?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So heads is yes.
Well,
You're
then I wouldn't be calling it if heads is yes.
well. You're gonna call heads or tails.
Okay.
Heads is yes. Tails is no. Whether or not streamers are ruining. Oh wait.
That
Yeah,
doesn't
you're
really
right.
make
Yeah.
sense.
Well.
If I win, I choose, or
Well-
if I win, I'm doing yes. How about that?
Is that how you want to do it?
Yeah. If I lose, then you're doing yes. If I win, I'm doing yes.
Okay. So yes for you. If you win.
Yeah.
Okay. Call it.
Tails.
It's heads. Okay.
So I'm doing no.
So you're doing no, I'm doing yes. So, wait, what am I doing? I'm doing yes?
You're doing
Okay,
yes.
yes. Streamers are ruining the video game experience.
As a streamer yourself, you should
As a streamer, yeah. Well, somewhat. I used to be a mod streamer, and I don't know if that ruined any gaming experience. I think
Nobody watched it.
Yeah, nobody watched it, so that was fine. I'm yes, right?
yes.
Okay. I've had one too many.
You haven't
Literally
even had
one.
one yet.
All right, so you want to go first, or should I?
I think you're first.
All right, fine. I'll
It's
go
your
first.
topic.
Okay.
You're yesing.
So, for one thing, if you're like back in the day, you could sit down at a Super NES and play your game and experience the story all by yourself, and it would be like reading a book, and it would just be a wonderful, wonderful thing that you did by yourself. Kind of like master debating. And
You can't do that by yourself.
well, we're doing it together here, but it feels very lonely right now. So yeah, streamers are ruining the game experience because it's kind of like a massive spoiler to everyone. Here's what the game is, and I'm going to play it, and it's really their interpretation of the game. So I think yeah, it's kind of ruining it. What do you got?
I think it can bring a lot more like spotlight on to small games that nobody was going to play anyways, and bring interest to it.
Small games. Well then,
Not Call of Duty. Like small games you never heard of.
like indie games.
Sure.
Okay. Why play them at all though? Because they're so small games, you can just blow through it in like a couple hours.
Well, so when I said small, I meant like market share small.
Oh, okay.
So like it's not Call of Duty, so no one else is buying it. But you see the stream, you're like, oh, that game's really interesting. I should check it out.
Sales plummet with video games as well. So a company that's trying to make it big, it's like you said, indie games or a small market share, well, it's actually like making them smaller for streamers. Well, not for streamers, for the company, the development company, because they're streaming the game instead of people buying the game to play them. So they're really not getting any sales from that. They're just watching somebody else play it, and and ultimately they probably decide against it anyways. What you got?
Counterpoint.
Okay.
So maybe they won't buy that game, but it will draw attention to the developer, the company that makes it. You can find their other games. Maybe they're like, oh, that game was really cool, so I should check out their other games, buy those. So then maybe they buy 2 or 3 of their other games. They didn't buy the first one, maybe, but someone you never even heard of.
Yeah, but I don't know if that happens. Does it? Does
I'm not a scientist.
Well, I mean, is that how you would purchase a game? I mean, do you?
Oh, I'd buy based on developers. Yeah, if they make one good game, I'm assuming some of their other games are going to be good.
I don't know. I've seen some developers who have definitely like missed. Well, okay, I'm not going to go into that because that's speculation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's theoretical.
How many games have you bought based on watching a streamer play them?
How many games have you bought based on a streamer playing them?
About Fortnite, because it was a popular streamed game.
You bought it?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was.
Well, I did. Okay, it is a free game, but I did eventually pay for the paid version. But
is there a paid version? I didn't know there was.
Yeah, it's single player.
Oh, okay.
And
Single player.
There's also skins and stuff. I've spent money on the game.
All right, I didn't know that. That's cool of you.
It is the most popular streamed game right now.
It is. I actually saw that the second most popular streamer is having a mental breakdown because he's 19 and he became like a super popular Fortnite streamer. Now he can't handle it.
So now the topic is not if it's ruining streamers, if it's ruining video games. So,
right, that's correct. It is.
Strike that from the record, please, Judge.
I think it's also ruining streamers, but it's okay. Maybe
I definitely
not.
Agree with that.
I don't know. The pressure,
yep.
And well, that could ruin the game experience as well too, because you get a bunch of assholes that get on to comment on a streamer, and the streamer they lash out at their audience, and it could be it could taint the game in a negative light in that aspect, and then somebody will be playing and be like, this is for people who are angry, or something like that. I don't know. I've definitely watched some streams and I've been like, I don't know if I want to play this because of the way that the streamer is playing it, and the 2, the audience that the game attracts. That's what I want to say. So, if it's like something like a shooter game, like PUBG. I played it, but the whole community, when I first played it, it was so toxic. I could not stand playing the game, especially in the lobby and waiting and stuff. And if you got into a group with voice, I couldn't, like, half the people I couldn't understand. Some of them just yelled in the mic. Some of them would just be furious at all of your mistakes. And if you're a new player, no. That is really unattractive. That's something you don't want to be a part of. And watching streams like that, there was a constant streamer and that was a part of like groups, any random groups. That would happen all the time. And then stream sniping as well. If you guys don't know what it is, it's when somebody watches a streamer and they decide to follow that streamer or try to get on to the same level as a streamer, and then just
and then you have extra information because you see where they're at, what guns they have.
Right, and they are able to kill them off, and they're essentially just trolling the streamer that way, And so the community that it invites can be really, really toxic, I think.
For certain, especially competitive games, yes, I think it's true. But a lot of streamers.
You're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to agree with me.
It is not true, ever. I was getting somewhere that had an opposite opinion. For a lot of streamers have small communities and they don't play competitive games, and you have a very cool community. Like everybody gets to know each other, same people every day. He's like 5 o'clock. Let's go watch Kevin stream. Doesn't even matter.
He has a huge community.
But it's a nice community.
No,
It started small.
It did.
Some-
Well, like all communities
No,
start small.
theoretically.
Yeah. Okay.
But so it can. I think if you avoid the competitive games, you also lose a lot of that toxicity.
Yeah.
He doesn't play competitive shooters for that reason. So
I
you can't agree.
I can't
We
agree.
just
I
talked about that.
I can't agree with that. Yeah, you're right. There should be a rule that says I can, and that you can. Should there?
That would be the judge who do that.
That's the judge. When we get a judge,
Yeah.
Mark, when he's on here, he could be the judge. His head would be facing away though, the whole time. Maybe I don't know. He could be
Like a
watching
face
us
cam.
master debate.
I don't know. He always does.
Yeah. I know. Well, he's pretty good too. I must say, he's not bad.
At master debating?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, he has some good moves, I'd say.
Mm,
You
yeah.
know, he could
well, quick for me. But,
he could
you know,
maneuver around some good obstacles.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
quick thinking, that kind of thing.
Mental agility.
I had some good
Dexterity.
master debating jokes,
Hmm.
but I forgot them all
whose
because the
turn
camera's
is
on
it for
now.
a point? It's point. Who's making a point now? 'Cause
I think I am
all right.
because
Go for it.
you said
I
the.
was just countering your point, but sure, go ahead.
Oh,
I'm still
well-
only on like bullet point 1.
Oh, go ahead then.
I forgot the rest of them though. Small communities we just talked about. Oh yeah. So we talked about small communities. A good thing about big communities is Fortnite is on like regular news now because it is the biggest game in the world and it's just drawing everybody into the game. It's like an exponential growth. The more people that hear about it, the more people play it, and then somebody else hears about it. It's like just it's like a snowball. What was that?
That was my buzzer. But go ahead, finish your thought.
Oh, I have to finish my.
If you-
What's the point of the buzzer if I have to keep talking?
well, just wrap it up
Right,
if you can,
I gotta wrap it up.
concisely. Or do you want me to?
No, it's like
interject?
it's like a snowball. Like the bigger it gets, the more people that hear about it, the more people are interested, they want to play or get in. And once you get in, you buy more skins. It's good for the game.
I think that the reason people want to get in is because they want to be on the same level as the streamer, or they want to get in or they want to ride the coattails of the streamers, you know. And I don't think that they want to play it because it's fun anymore. I think they just want to be that streamer, that next streamer that plays Fortnite. Because I have been asked previously whether I stream Fortnite, not if I play it, but if I stream it. I said, well, no, I don't play it. They're like, we don't care. Do you stream it? And I'm like, no, I don't stream
You
it
can't
because I
stream it without
can't.
playing it.
You know, I'm just saying, you know, I don't really care to play it anyways. You know, I don't like the game. Personally, my son loves it. I don't know
I
why.
just got my 6th win today. I'm playing it.
Huh?
I got my 6th win today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't-
playing the crap out of
oh,
it. I don't stream it though.
But you know, I don't know, and maybe that's what it is. And what is, to me, there's no difference really between PUBG and Fortnite. They're identical as far as the point or the objective. You know, it's just how you go about it. I guess is okay.
Well, yeah, but you could say the same thing about Battlefield and Call of Duty. Yeah, they're the same game. Like that's not relevant. Every game is the same.
I guess yeah, it's a war game, right?
Yeah. Well, Fortnite's they're battle royale game. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
like calling RTSs the same.
We're not here to discuss the similarities of a game, even though I brought it up.
Exactly.
Even though I brought it up, but I just have to keep us on the right path here.
You took us off the path.
I know I have to get back on.
Okay.
I'm being the good conductor and getting back
That's why you
to
need a
on the
judge.
train tracks. I'm trying to be, at least, you know, I'm trying to be a good conductor here. Is it my turn?
Well, you were in the middle of a point about saying Fortnite and PUBG are the same.
Oh well, yeah.
Wherever you're
Scratch
going
all
with
that.
that.
Scratch all that. Yeah.
Okay.
Scratch that. No, don't worry about that. Persona 5 did something that I've never seen before when I played it, and I thought, oh, cool, I'm going to play this game. I got it, and I'm going to stream it. Well, I started streaming it, and all of a sudden I entered a blocked scene, almost from the get-go. I think it was as soon as I started the game, it was blocked scene. But I thought that was weird, and I thought, well, why is it blocked scene the whole time? And I looked it up, and what they did was completely block the streamability of the game. You absolutely cannot stream that game unless you do something, which I don't know, is kind of ethically, I think, shady, personally. If you bypass their, I think it's more of a demand than a request. When they force a non-stream, I think it's the demand that you don't stream it. But people bypass it anyways, and they stream the game. And the reason they did that is because they didn't want the story to be ruined for other people. They didn't want spoilers, essentially, because the game is so heavy on story that if you found out any of the plot, really, and there's some main plots in there, if you found out about it, then the game would be kind of ruined for you. And so streamers doing that kind of stuff, I think, is unethical, first off, and they really shouldn't. I don't know, just ruins the game anyways. So Nintendo, what they've done is I've tried to stream Nintendo games, and I'm talking like old Nintendo games. I'm talking Super Nintendo, Legend of Zelda, and Super Metroid, and it got blocked because of the copyright that they held on the music. And so it could no longer stream. It was blocked worldwide. Could no longer stream it. Couldn't play it really. Well, I could play it and stream it, but I'm just saying it wouldn't show the play progress. And I actually kind of tend to agree with that, because a game is bought for your personal enjoyment, for you kind of just kick back and play anyways. So why would you go and ruin that for yourself? It's a personal. I think it's a deeply personal thing. And I think streamers have kind of ruined it. They put their own spin on it. They put their own, or they can put their own spin on it and put own personality on it. And I don't know about that. So your buzzer doesn't work.
Nope.
Turned off.
I can't buzz in.
Just buzz in real quick. I mean,
buzz.
I'll.
It's delayed.
It was really delayed. Wow.
All right. So you made like 7 mediocre points there. I'm trying to think back here.
Okay. Mediocre.
Yeah,
they're not too strong. But 7 mediocre points equals 1 really good point.
So you're catching up to me.
Yeah, I think I am. I'm still behind, but yes.
So yeah, some story stuff, sure. That I'm not agreeing with that. Never mind. But some games you don't get anything out of it if you're not doing the gameplay. Like Mega Man, nobody watches Mega Man for the story. You only get something out of that if you're playing it.
Yeah, but also with Mega Man, there is a learning curve. Like Mega Man is about learning how to play the game. It's not there. I mean, the story is really simple. You're just trying to kill Dr. Wily. It's cool. But the whole level stuff, it's how you get through the level, how you defeat the boss. It's the struggle that you go through in Mega Man. And let me do this. That's my interjection, right? It's how you get through the level. That's the growing pains you experience in Mega Man. That's what gets you through. I mean, that's kind of part of the enjoyment of Mega Man, is because of the difficulty. And same with Dark Souls, man.
You still have to be able to do
Bloodborne,
it. Just knowing where it is doesn't make it doable.
What are you talking about?
You have to be able to physically do it, and you don't necessarily get that skills from just watching.
I have a point to argue with Justin's point, because he said that there's games that aren't just enjoyable to watch, but how many games have I sat through just watching them? A
0.
lot. Just where I'm just watching, I'm not even playing. I mean, that's probably, how many games have we done? Like, I don't know, 50, but at least 30, 40 games. It's a lot, I think. So anyways, I'm just saying that you can have enjoyment from just watching games.
Yes, that's going to be my point.
Okay. Well, you were lost in thought for a second there.
Oh wait, no, that would be your point, actually, because it does not ruin. Streamers do not ruin the. Right, that would be your point.
I guess that's just point.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, to me it would be.
I feel like he's arguing against that just a little bit, though. You were saying that.
It does ruin. He's arguing against the.
Okay.
The streamers are ruining. No, they are not ruining the.
Right.
Okay, so what were you talking about with Mega Man?
That might have been on your side.
You were on the wrong side
Whoops.
then.
Was I on the wrong
No,
side?
Justin was on the wrong
Yeah,
side. 'Cause
no,
you were saying
no,
that
you were-
It's not interesting to watch people play
No.
games.
No.
Disagree.
You.
Nope, I'm back on track.
Okay,
Figured
all
out.
right.
It's not ruining games because you can't get the same effect out of some games by just watching it. You still have to go buy it. So, if you want to have fun with that type of game, you have to play it yourself. If you want to have that specific type of fun.
Oh, are you talking about like the learning curve, the difficulty frustration thing,
Yeah.
the growing pains curve?
like watching someone play that? I can't remember the game.
Yeah, but on the same token, on the same token, you're watching somebody play this, and you go to play this game, right? And if you buy it or not, doesn't matter. You go to play this game, and you find out that it's really difficult. You're like, I don't know, mentally your bar has been set like, oh, this guy makes it look easy, so it must be easy.
Depends.
It's
on
kind of like
streaming.
watching somebody's. Well, why would you stream terrible
People do that all the
gameplay?
time.
Terrible gameplay?
Oh yeah, watching people die is like super popular on the internet. Not like that. Watching people die in video games.
I
is
heard
is-
watching people master debate on the internet is also super popular.
Is that
It will
ruining
be at
sex?
least.
I don't think so.
What? I said it will be eventually.
Good.
You know, that makes sense.
Okay.
Anyways, where was I?
I don't know. Interjecting my interjection.
Yeah,
which
well,
seems-
yeah.
Well, moving on. The thing, something you said triggered something, and I forgot it, but it is a bullet point that I had thought of. Certain games are, it was with the Persona thing, where they block it out. Some games are adding streamer community interactivity. Like your chat can affect the game. Like they can make you choose one way or the other. So that games are adding.
Oh,
content.
ugh. Hold on a second. I have played Divinity Original Sin 2 for a pretty long time, and I actually haven't beaten it. I've been modding it, but I've been watching other streamers who leave the choices up to the streamers or to the viewers, and it is painful to watch because most of the time it's trolling, or sometimes it's just like, okay guys, here's the 4 options, make a choice. 5 minutes later, somebody will be like, oh, number 3, I guess. You know,
Well-
and it's not even like a consensus. And sometimes it's like, 5 different people want different things, and it's just like, well, why don't the streamer just do this? And most of the time, go ahead.
So what you're talking about is just that he's just like reading the chat and he's like letting them choose, right? But I'm talking about when it's built into the game, like Jackbox. That's like a built-in system. They have a certain amount of time, 10, 15 seconds to make your choice. They get to play along with you. I'm saying
Oh, okay.
some games have it built in, and it's a bonus feature. It's like additive content. If the game's made correctly for it, then it's additive. It's not ruining video games at all.
Well, they're just changing video games. Period. They're not even. It's not even. Why play the game if you could just, be in this interaction? I don't know.
Good point.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Half
in a
point.
way,
Half point to me. It's like a little half point here.
because they're all the people who are watching the streaming are like all these lonely people that don't have any friends, and that's like their friend. You've seen it. They're like, they call him their best friend. Like Kevin is like best friend to like 500 people.
That
Like,
he's
they're
never met.
lonely.
That's growing you're making relationships. That's a positive.
Best friend? You
Oh,
have a
yeah.
best friend?
It's weird. Well, I mean, he doesn't
I'm
say
not
that,
that.
but they're like, it's like that's their only friend.
And it's one way. It's like
Of course.
Kevin's best friend.
Well, yeah,
It's-
Kevin's
the
not-
person thinks that.
But they think that
Kevin
Kevin
is
is
their
their
best
best friend. It's really weird.
That is
Sad.
weird.
It's sad.
Yeah.
But it brings people together. TwitchCon, there's a whole convention made for these people to meet up and meet the people that they have liked and technically hung out with for hundreds of hours at a time.
But the disappointment, the crashing disappointment, the realization that those streamers don't know you, don't really
They
care
do.
about you. If they met you on the street, they probably wouldn't want to hang out with you.
That's life. man.
And
It's okay.
this is me arguing for the yes part, okay? So this isn't what I
You can't say that.
But I'm just saying, they're when you get into the big time streaming, I think your circle of friends gets smaller and smaller because you don't want to be, I don't know, I don't want to say taken advantage of, but people, I don't know how to the celebrity thing starts to happen where people are they forget you're a human being and that you have feelings and that you go through the same stuff everybody else does. The only thing that's different is you have more money than everybody else and everybody knows you, but you don't know anybody. And that's the thing about Twitch streamers is every user is hidden behind their username. So somebody can approach you and be like, hey man, loved your stream, and be like, I don't know who you are, man.
August on the way. August is landing.
But
Grab a seat.
that's the same for like actors.
Well,
and
not really, not at all.
Yeah, because if you comments,
Not at all for actors, because the actors' names. Well,
I'm talking
I
about
see
the
what you
chat.
mean, like okay.
people like that think they know the streamer, like they're anonymous, but that's like us. Like I know Brad Pitt because I've seen all his movies. It's the same thing.
Well, Brad Pitt knows you too.
Oh, he does, but it was a bad example on my part. But
Like me and George Clooney, we go way back.
yeah,
Back to ER. My main man, George Clooney.
good point.
Right. How's Ocean's 14 coming along? You haven't talked to me about that yet. I know you're not allowed to.
Isn't he dead?
I know you're not allowed. George Clooney?
No, Danny Ocean.
No, he never died. What are you talking about?
I haven't seen anything since the second
13?
one, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead.
He didn't die, no. He's alive. He's alive and
The
well.
new one's all women, so they're obviously all dead, right?
Oh,
That's his sister.
that's his sister.
Well, that doesn't have any bearing on whether or not he's dead.
No, but it's why it's all women. It's sisters.
We're getting off track.
You're lost.
All right, so
I think he's dead.
we'll see about that.
When we go watch Ocean's 14.
We'll see about that.
yeah.
When we see Ocean's 14 come out, my main man, Clooney.
So do you have a debate point, or are you just interjecting to get us on track? 'Cause
Yeah,
I got
I wanna-
another one ready.
Oh, you got okay. Go
Right.
for it.
It adds like new jobs, like creative jobs that weren't a thing 5 years ago. Now you can be a streamer, obviously, but there's also way more than that. There's like graphic artists that get paid
Okay.
to make stuff for streamers.
All right. I'll wait for that one. Keep going on that. Okay.
So they make all the UI stuff, and it just builds more community. But like, it's creating cool jobs on this thing that isn't taking away from the game itself. It's all additive, I think. Let's hear it.
Oops. Dang it. I closed out of the app. All right. So the thing about those are the streamers we're talking about here are specifically game streamers. Okay. We're not talking about the crafts and art streamers. Those guys are
That's not
cool.
what I was talking about.
Oh, well, the graphic design guys. What are you talking
No,
about?
I'm
The guys-
talking about people designing graphics and
Oh,
thumbnails
for like
streamers.
Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, for streamers.
Yeah, like Kevin. People have made artwork for Kevin.
That's not a volunteer thing. Does he pay
Some
them?
are paid. I don't know if his are or not, but some are definitely paid.
Well, hopefully Kevin's paying them. If you do something exceptionally well, always get paid
Unlike
for
this
it.
guy.
Yeah.
Here, I have something I want you to argue.
Okay.
Is it good for the economy? Like, are
Yeah,
these
creating more
streamers?
jobs, that's
no,
what I was
are
saying.
these streamers like claiming this profit on their taxes? Is this all like under the table? Is
It
it, like,
has-
creating new jobs?
I think
or is
it has
like,
to be. I think it has to be claimed because
How regulated is that? I don't know. I just
Well,
think that's something you can talk about.
because
but
it's
maybe
electronic. They probably would have to.
All the
there's
money's
probably
going
some
through
kind of
PayPal.
yeah.
You think they're
yeah.
regulating all
If
that?
it was cash, if Twitch decided to hand out cash, like if a Twitch I don't know representative was like, here's your luggage full of money, then it would be just like that would be heaven for streamers.
It's
Like
all-
I only made
Also be-
$5 streaming. I don't, here's the
Yeah.
$5 I made, and the rest is in the basement somewhere. Who knows?
I see.
That's where I keep my money. By the way, is in the basement.
In the basement.
Shit, I just told everyone. Go in the basement, you'll see a lot of cobwebs. It's terrible down there. I hate the basement. My basement, I hate it. I hate it. It's a crawl space, it's not a basement. Anyways, point was made. Is it good for the economy? Or it is good for the economy, I'm going to say, because
that was part of my
wait,
point.
no,
I
no,
was
wait,
saying
no.
creating
Yes,
jobs.
streamers are ruining the game experience. So yes, I'm arguing that yes, they're ruining it, and they're ruining the economy because they provide nothing valuable, okay, nothing constructive to the I don't know, the world, really. I mean, what are they providing to the world? They're just sitting there playing video games on their couch, on their chair. They're really not doing anything, and they're getting paid for it. And they're getting, some of the streamers are getting millions a year, man. I don't know if it's millions, but
It's like sports athletes. It's terrible.
It's
But
like-
they're just playing a fucking game.
they're just playing a game.
Exactly. It's all entertainment, and all that money is still going into the economy. It's like you're creating entertainment, and it's good for the general
Yeah, but
life.
okay, but like the
Aren't you teaching our children to be lazy and just
I
sit on
like
their
how an
couch
artist
all
is
day?
saying that.
I know. I
You have
really
to argue the
like.
wrong
I
point.
have to argue this, but and it's difficult. But I'm a master debater, damn it, and I will master debate this furiously, master debate this topic,
Rigorously.
rigorously master debate.
Oh, Dima, how about from like a dad perspective? Like, do you want your kids watching these streamers who are like saying really adult things and having really adult? I mean, it's anybody can watch it. Like, what about that?
Liam, my son, has picked up some language from watching Twitch, Minecraft streamers. Now, Minecraft, they
Very
have an
violent game.
unspoken rule in the Minecraft community that they keep it kid friendly.
You can't say it. It's unspoken. Shh. Don't. Shh. You're gonna break the whole thing if you say it.
Cannot say. I can't tell you, but they have a rule. All right, and the rule is
What?
that they don't swear. They try not. They try to keep their language clean, but at the same time, kind of like this show, there's a lot of innuendos.
And
Okay,
some swearing that sneaks in.
and then some swearing that sneaks in, and unfortunately, that swearing that does sneak in,
Finish your point.
Liam picks up, and he's 5, and he's going to bring it to kindergarten. And so, since I've heard him say things, I was like, okay, well, you know what? That's too close to what you're not supposed to say. It's too close to what I call a daddy word. So why not? You know, like you're going to have to stop watching this guy because he's really skirting that. He's skirting that language thing. You know, go ahead.
That's a parental issue. It's not a game because games have and Twitch has built in. You can say this is a adult
He's right.
content,
He's
and
right.
sure, yes, kids can click yes or no, but that's a parental issue. It's not about the games
It
or
is.
the program. And so yeah, he just.
But sometimes
kids are gonna pick up stuff.
parents can't control what they watch until it's too late.
Everywhere. How's that any different from TV?
I mean, it's like something that well, that's another discussion. But so, you know, once it's heard, and you can't unhear it. You know, and it's by the time they hear it, it's too late for me to say, oh yeah, stop watching that because I don't know what's coming. You know, so sometimes he'll be watching something, and I don't know, somehow he got on the South Park mix. I don't know how he did it, but he got onto the South Park YouTube mix, and it was like, I think it was the Dick song. I don't even know what it was, and I'm like, oh my god. And he was like halfway into it by the time I walked out. And I'm like, what are you watching,
Isn't
dude?
there like children accounts for
And
YouTube
he loved
and
it.
iPad? Lock him out of your iPad.
Well, I can't lock him out of it. Well, the iPad's broken, thank God. Right
There you
now.
go. That's the best
So,
lock.
and
Break
and he's waiting for me to fix it. I'm not gonna fix it.
What about those streamers that don't even? It's not even just them. It's like the trollers who are like writing comments, and the kids are reading those too.
You can
Well,
also
you
censor
know,
your chat though.
Once
Like-
you're old enough to read, and that's a good point. Thank you, audience member. We have a huge audience here, by the way, and so it's a good point. The community that some of these streamers build is toxic. Like there's the guy with the what is it, Fu Manchu, with the fake mullet, Doctor Murderface. I don't know what his name
Destructo,
is.
something-
Doctor just no.
Demento? Yeah, what-
Doctor something.
Demento.
Doctor something. He's got
Dr.
the
Doom.
he's got the mullet.
I know who you're talking about,
and it's
yes, yes.
it's completely fake, but it's the persona that he
Just got his house shot at. Yeah.
did he.
Yes.
Oh wow. See, and that's why you don't. That well, you know. Here you go. So, anyways, he alone, and I don't know how they found him. I mean, he's hiding behind all sorts of wigs and stuff. But anyways, his personality is it. I don't know if it is anymore, but it was so toxic. It was such an asshole personality that it draws those kinds of people to him, and it's kind of like, do you know who?
So that's his fault then.
Well, it's kind of. I mean, it kind of is. Yes. If you create something, huh?
It's a point for me then. It was his own fault. It's not the program's fault.
It's because he's ruining the game, the game experience. Yeah, it's his fault. Yes, he's ruining it.
No, I'm just saying he brought that on himself.
Well, yeah, of course he brought that on himself, but but also.
I'm not actually. That's no. Don't shoot at people.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah. Well, I don't know if the shooting part he brought onto himself. I don't. That's something that that's out there, man. That's crazy. I hope he's okay, because obviously, like, if people don't understand that that's just an act, like, he's not like that in real life. Maybe he is, who knows? But you have to expect that all online personalities are, exactly that. They're just personalities, except for here, we're not. This is us right here. We're master debating for you, and for you, and for you, and for all of you. Imaginary people
Not just
out
the
there.
two he pointed at. All the other people out here too.
All of the hundreds of people here. Also, behind us, they're watching us too. Going at it.
I thought you done at that point? You did it?
Yeah, I did it.
Cool. That was a good one.
You got any counters to that, buddy?
Not to that one specifically.
I got like
I
5
already made
points, so
some,
you got like 7, but I still got like 5 points. How many points do I have? I don't know.
Judge, how many?
He
Zero.
said 5.
1.5 maybe. Yeah. So a thing like a streamer can make a bad game that no one would ever want to play entertaining. Like
A good streamer,
well, sure, yeah. Yes, a good streamer.
and only like there's only I'd say 1%, less than 1% of all streamers are good streamers.
I'm gonna equate it with the actors again. There's probably 1% good actors,
Thousands of good actors.
but there's millions of people who try to act like us.
What?
But so a game that's really dumb, like QWOP, would not be very popular at all if there weren't streaming or YouTube
The game
videos.
is amazing.
It's terrible. I
love
you're just
it.
walking around like an idiot.
I love it. That's the fun. That's the whole fun part. You experience it for yourself, and if you're watching a streamer do it, okay, yeah, it's a joke, but you go, you try it yourself, and you're having more fun than watching somebody else do the same stuff. I don't know. It's
I think you just argued my point.
no, they're ruining the experience.
I said they made it more fun. Watching someone be bad at a game is entertaining and hilarious.
I think this one's a tie. I think it's kind of the same argument.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of the same deal. They're both. It's like sex. You're giving and taking at the same time, and I think they're doing that.
Which is the opposite of master debating, right?
Well, not when there's both of us here. When we're master debating.
It is a two-person. You're right.
Well, yeah, because yeah. So
Okay, your point then, or not, I don't mean you're next on the point shooting gallery. Go.
so it's my turn.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Okay. All right. Well, how else are streamers ruining games? Oh, geez. Oh, God. Well,
You have any more
okay.
points?
All right. So, like, we're talking about, okay, gaining interest. Okay. We're talking about gaining interest. What if a streamer just decides to shit can a game completely? Like, when Mass Effect Andromeda came out, I just shit on that game just as much as I could, man. It was a terrible game. It was incomplete. It was incomplete. It was okay. You guys gonna go at it, or are we? You 50 people versus you 50 people over here. All right, thank you. We're the master debaters here. You guys are just the regular debaters. All right,
It was like 50% of the originals, but it still was okay.
okay.
Good game,
Anyways,
bad Mass Effect game.
it was incomplete. The story was terrible. I don't know what they did with the facial expressions or the animations. They did all that stuff.
They fixed that in post, by the way.
I haven't seen a good fix for it. It's all predetermined, like not predetermined, but it's like in animation you have like when you're doing dialogue for animation, you make the mouth shape of an A, you make the mouth shape of an F, and what those things would do, and then you have it kind of auto figure out like what in speech, like, okay, here's what it looks like. You know what I'm talking about? So
Yeah, no,
like
because our
it'll
photos
automatically assign the correct frame to whatever noise is being made in animation. And so that's what they did with Fallout, Mass Effect, Andromeda. They just kind of like, okay, here's what the mouse should look like when they say fart, or something like that. They have the F or T, and they kind of did this, but they didn't really put any emotion into it. So all the eyes are kind of just dead, and like some of the eyelashes are part of the skin, and it's terrible.
Get that. What's your point on how it's ruining games, streaming? Sure, it was a bad game. But
What did I
what's your
say
point?
before that?
No, you
Oh
figure it
yeah,
out.
so they shit, so they will shit on this game.
It's a bad
Like I
game,
have
though. That's-
just done this to the game. So I'm a streamer. I completely
That's a bad
ruin
game.
the extra. But sometimes a really good game comes out, right? And a streamer will decide that this game sucks balls, it's terrible, it's too hard, or it's no good, and they'll completely shitcan it, and the community be like, oh well, good, I won't waste my money on it then, and I think they could really change the flow of which way the purchases go.
Exactly. They can increase the purchases also.
But
And if they're being disingenuous, like, people are going to see through that. And you follow the people that.
But what if they
that you have
advertise?
similar
What if they
interests in.
advertise a truly shitty game, though? What if, like I've seen this done? For instance, Kevin was playing a game on the. I don't want to say it because it's too obvious. You could probably. I'll say it anyway. He was playing a game. He was playing Ark. It was on mobile, and to me, it just looked like a pile of shit. But he couldn't. He was legally not allowed to say, like, oh, I can't give this game a yes or a no. I just have to play it because of the restrictions that it was in contract. It was kind
But
of
he also
funny
has to
wording.
disclose if he's getting that game or like as a
Correct.
promotion. So
But
you have to just take that into consideration.
that's right. Okay. But the game itself, to me, I felt was kind of cheap. It was kind of a remake, and it was not really a remake, but it was a port, and it was is an okay
It's a
port.
mobile game. Who cares?
It's the game sucks anyways, but he did make it look fun, and I think that people.
Was that? You said he made it look fun?
Yeah, he actually did make it look fun.
So he
That's
increased
the
the
thing.
value of the
but that's
game.
the thing. But the value of the game, it's like it's just painting a pile of shit gold. That's what he did. It's still shit. But he's just, but legally I have to play this and make it look fun or whatever, and that I think that's an ethically kind of shady thing.
Crappy games getting money it doesn't deserve.
Right, exactly. Crappy
Which
games
sounds
getting
good
money it
for the
doesn't
industry.
deserve. Which sounds good for the
Except they make
industry.
more
If a game
crappy
gets money.
games.
So just so you know, he has to argue his side, and I have to argue my side. It's not, we don't get a choice. We flip the coin on it. I'd really love to argue his side, but and I think
I
you
can go both ways.
It's a real,
I don't
it's
know.
like it's a real debate. That's how real debates
Yeah,
work,
that's exactly it.
That's why
Yeah,
we're the
so
master debaters.
that's why
Yeah, you gotta go debate both sides.
Runners are coming.
the reason we're
Runners
master
are
debating
after
is because
six,
we're
so
good at
go,
it.
like,
You gotta wrap it up when you're master debating. So
Well,
wrap it up for
you
safety.
gotta aim it somewhere, right? You gotta do something. At any rate, I think streamers can absolutely advertise a really shitty game without even them knowing that they are doing that. I think that streamers can ruin the whole experience of the game by giving away all of its secrets, by giving away all of the gameplay, all of the struggle, just the story. It could just ruin the whole thing. I believe that gaming, if you're buying a game, it's a deeply personal thing. Not deeply, but it is personal. I think that you should be able to enjoy it, whether by yourself or with company. Direct company.
it's the same as streaming.
I don't
Someone
think it
sitting next
is.
to you
I
watching,
don't think
it's
it
the
is.
same
I don't think it is. I don't think it is same as streaming. That could be saved for a different topic or a different day.
I agree with Dima. Because when I'm with him for reals, like I'm commenting, I'm telling him things, I'm laughing.
It's the same as chat.
No, it's not the same as chat.
I don't
It's
think
not
it
the
is.
same as a chat.
I don't think
It's
it's
not the same.
Ha 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 ha. You type it ha ha. LOL.
Ha-haing. What was I? Okay, so takes away from the story. Spoilers, way too many spoilers. And like I said, it could really taint the perception of the game, either swaying either way. If it's a good game, they can make it look bad, and if it's a bad game, they can make it look good. The accuracy of it, a little shaky. I don't know. Go ahead, wrap it up. Sum it up for me.
So, just going right off of that, they can also bring light to great games that no one knows about.
You can't make the same points as I did.
I didn't. I was making a different point.
That was the same
You
point.
can bring light to games
You're
that
just
no one's ever
rewording.
heard of.
You're just rewording what I said.
That is not what I'm doing at all. Okay. Get some games that have added. You can't, on my wrap up, you can't buzz in. We made this rule years ago. Some games are adding.
It's an old Master Debater's trick. little fart right in the middle there.
Some games benefit from having people watch you in the chat room. They can add to the enjoyment of the game. They can influence choices. They can influence choices, I think is all I was going with that. But creating new jobs, like there's a whole career path that no one, like 5 years ago, was not a thing. Like now you can make $100,000.
Which is
just
ridiculous.
playing video games, which is great.
Which is crazy.
Those people, they can influence games in a positive way, I think. And yeah, it's good. I like it.
You know what got me in the mood today for Master Debating? Little Wendy's sandwich. Chicken home
promotion?
style sandwich.
You have to disclose if that's a paid promotion.
That's not a paid
already.
promotion.
Definitely not.
Not a paid promotion. It just
'Cause you're trying
gave
to-
me the
'cause
energy.
Wendy's is crap, and you're trying to make it sound good.
It's not crap. It's good. It's good stuff. I love
Is
the
he
home
being
style.
generous? You can't even tell now.
The home style.
Another debate. Let's go.
Home style chicken sandwich.
Justin likes Wendy's too.
Yeah, you like Wendy's.
What?
Yes, you do.
Ooh, yeah, I knew it. Yeah, I knew it.
It's on the other side of Wasilla. I've never done that.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's the only
Oh, there's
Wendy's.
gonna be one at Palmer at the Taco Bell, old Taco Bell.
Oh, good for you.
We're gonna have them close.
Yeah, that's very good for you.
Station Wendy's.
That's the
I mean,
rumor.
it's literally right over there. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be a good solid drive for you. At any rate,
I think we just got the guy on camera. Awesome.
sweet.
We can't see what he's doing.
No, I don't know if we did. And it's really nice weather out here today. I was concerned. I thought it was a little too windy and maybe a little too hot for Master Debating, but we did a good job
Some like
here.
it
We
hot.
pushed through.
Beautiful.
Some do. I'm afraid that it might get too cold to Master Debate soon.
Oh, we get a couple weeks or months. You get a month.
You think we could Master Debate for a month
Yeah.
straight? Every day?
Why not?
I might get just sick of it. I don't know.
Gonna juice in the old
Goose.
noggin.
Juice and the goose. That's
I just gotta keep eating those Wendy's chicken burgers to rejuvenate myself. Give me that old power. Yeah, and hopefully next episode we'll have Mark here, and he's just a great Master Debater. We could have a
Mediocre.
good threesome here, and we could have just a three-way view on things, and or maybe he could just judge us while we
you just
Master
watch
Debate.
while we master debate.
Did you just slip up? You didn't?
Nope.
Oh man, I told. Oof, that was close. That was good. Oof. Yikes. All right. I tell you what, man, driving here, I was kind of practicing a little bit, and I slipped up once. Oof. And I'm happy I didn't do it yet. So it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a rough season. But I think that wraps it up. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.
You guys gotta clap more than that. Sounds like there's only two of you.
Clapping very quietly.
It's like golf.